There's no doubting what the Australian public think of Dean Jones as a one-day cricketer. The selectors may have ignored him for a while, but the crowd delighted to have Dean Jones back in the Australian side, and they've let him know at every ground that he's played at since he's made his comeback to the Australian side.
And Jones just working that one down the leg side for an easy single. There's Dean Jones's record once again. Absolutely phenomenal. Nearly 6,000 one-day international runs.
In the air and straight to point. Jonty Rhodes accepts the chance. So just when Australia looked as though they were getting on top via Boone and Hayden, those two gentlemen are now back in the pavilion.
Well, David Boone will also be disappointed with that. Usually his bread and butter. That one maybe just bounced a little bit or was a little bit slower than what he expected, and he spooned the ball square to point where that man Jonty Rhodes does not miss a trick. The 11th over, Australia are 2 for 35.
Mark Waugh gets his runs very quickly, but his history as a one-day player, his best performances, in other words his big scores scored quickly, have all come when he's either opening the batting or playing at number 3. Mark Taylor wouldn't be getting much joy out of this position of 12th man. Trotting the gloves out there for Dean Jones. Lovely shot. One of his best. Mark Waugh plays absolutely beautifully off his pads. That was a gem. In the commentary position now, Sir Richard Hadley and Richie Benaud.
It's pretty well played by Dean Jones. Bit of extra bounce there, and he's got 2. The advantage of running the first one very quickly, even though he was blocked out a bit by Snell.
One of the few misfields out there by Pat Simcox, fielding down there on the 3rd man boundary. Really, Cronje will not be happy with that. Probably took his eye off it a little bit, but generally the standard of fielding has been very good. The South Africans certainly very alert in the field and need to be as well. That one minor blemish there.
The SCG, 2 for 50 Australia. Hayden out for 16, Boone for 14. Brian McMillan is the bowler now. Mark Waugh, the batsman. Waugh will get back for the 3rd. There's a good performance from Alan Donald. 2 wickets in his 6 overs, still has 4 to bowl. Dean Jones is taking strike. And that's wide of the man at 3rd man. That's a good shot for 4. First boundary for 10 overs. That'll be very welcome in the Australian dressing room.
And certainly a good shot by Jones. I think Alan Border will be delighted to have won the toss and take advantage of batting out there, having first use of the pitch. In the series to date, the team batting first has won on 8 occasions.
Good shot. All right. Challenge issued by Dean Jones. Let's see what McMillan can do about it.
Dean Jones certainly now getting into his stride with a couple of boundaries off this over, and beautiful shots too. He's a class player, Dean Jones, and we know that his one-day record's quite outstanding, and whether he gets another opportunity in Test cricket remains to be seen. I still think that Australian cricket could do with him. So there's a change in the field there. A slip has now come in, very wide slip, probably standing in the 3rd slip position there, just to really eliminate Dean Jones's chance of running the ball down to that 3rd man area. Whoops, ouch. That might stop Dean Jones from saying a few words out in the middle. I've got that one in the nose or the cheek.
In the commentary box now, Tony Greig, and alongside him is Ian Chappell.
Mark Waugh, 26 balls for his 19. He's been the most comfortable of the batsmen out there. Jones is well, a little less comfortable, 47 balls for his 26, unlike him. And you can see Simcox, the gangly off spinner, now into the action. It's a slightly slower one and nicely played. He can't afford to be short there. Smashed away to the boundary. That's the shorter of the two boundaries. And it's also the 50 partnership. Brings up the 100 for Australia.
With Mark Waugh and Dean Jones there, and both of them well set now, South Africa are getting to the point where they need to get another wicket. Otherwise, Australia could start to really build that rate again.
Oh, and could this be close? Back he goes, and in the way of the ball there, that didn't hit the stumps. Jones wanting one, Waugh sent him back. 2 for 106.
Is Cronje bowling his 5th over. He's already got 5 overs out of Simcox.
In the air and dropped him. That is a dolly. Well, I can't believe it. Cullinan has gone up in the air, may have gone up just a little bit early, but this should have been caught.
Darrell does it again. You've seen him put some down during this summer.
In the commentary box now, Bill Laurie, and with him Mike Whitney.
It's well driven, they'll find a gap, they go all the way. Simcox is slow, it's just slowing up, they could run for it. Here comes Jones. Not prepared to take them on, and rightly so. Yes, when you look at the run rate, you see there that when you lose a wicket or two, it slows it down. 34 overs, 2 for 130. Alan Donald coming back into the attack. Alan Donald picked up Mark Waugh, a vital wicket on Friday night. 50 for Dean Jones. His 3rd this series.
Raises his bat to the hill. And out to the Bill O'Reilly stand, and a very appreciative Sydney crowd. Dean Jones has burst back into the scene. Played some very good one-day innings since he's been selected back into the Australian side.
Wide. Donald does occasionally get the feeling he just struggles a bit as he goes to the extra yard of pace. That's the 100 partnership for Mark Waugh and Dean Jones. De Villiers back into the attack, so they're looking for wickets, South Africa. Fine 50 for Mark Waugh.
A very timely half-century by Mark Waugh. Absolutely brilliant player, and one of the favourite sons of this crowd here at the SCG's home ground. Very warmly applauded.
2 for 139 after 36 overs. Alan Border won the toss and elected to bat. Alan Donald continues. It's well hit. It's beautifully played. Found the gap in the air. That's what's needed. Well-timed shot. He's very strong at the back foot. That's his best score this summer in the one-day internationals. He's on 56. That's a better shot. That clears the man. That's going for Paul Moore. Taking him on. And that's what you need to do to Alan Donald. Here's the quickest of the bowlers. He's coming onto the bat. That's good, intelligent batting. Just at the right time. Beautifully placed and beautifully timed.
Mark Waugh on strike. He's got 67. Oh, he's having a go now. That's running away towards the boundary as well. Yes, another 4 to Mark Waugh. Hit that one on the up. It wasn't a very good ball. A little bit wide and a little bit short, and that gave him enough room to flay it through the offside.
220 was the figure we came up with at the halfway mark in this innings for the Australians. Anything they make above that will be a bonus for them.
Jonty Rhodes sets a very high standard for South Africa. Well bowled. He bowls a very good Yorker. Back for the second. Simcox will get another rollicking here.
Might just be a continuation of the first one.
Kirsten moving across to mid-off. I thought I would talk to him this morning. He's got a very interesting scar alongside his ear. Still got the stitches in there. He had to go in alongside his ear in order to get to his cheekbone. This is coming down the ground and bounced just short of the fieldsman there. They'll end up with 1. Yes, he's got a cut just alongside his ear, just above his ear, in fact. That's on the left side. That's the 150 partnership.
There's been a tremendous job done by Mark Waugh and Dean Jones. 150 between them. Absolutely vital it was that neither of them got out. It is, well, it's more than a chip. It's a blasting chip. Just gave it everything in the most perfect timing and placement.
Yes, this was a magnificent shot. He didn't quite get the delivery right. And so you can see here Waugh was able to get underneath it and get it over the top of the infielder there, and it really went off the bat beautifully into the gap and down the hill towards the member stand. Didn't need to worry about running for that one. It's the attempt at a Yorker again. Once again they're back for the second, so the running is good now. So once again it's going to be Hansi Cronje. Flipped it down the leg side and that'll go for 4. Into the fence. Yes, he tried to get the Yorker in there that time, and just a little bit of bat on it, went flying away fine, and they've got the man very square on that boundary.
1 or 2 strange field placings out there today. There was no slip in for Richard Snell when he was bowling big leg cutters early on. Now the man at fine leg is way out. It's around about 45 degrees and there's no man close in on the onside. Just one man. And there it is again. Bowled in just the wrong spot. Played in just the right fashion. Hansi Cronje has a little bit of thinking to do. Either that or he's going to show himself to be a very stubborn man.
He nearly got his partner then. Well, the last 50 came off 39 balls and 13 of that over. 2 for 204.
Alan Donald is back in the attack. Problems now for South Africa. These 2 have got away from them. This is the 45th over. 2 for 204. Jones has strike.
Well, that's in the air. This has got to be out. Hansi Cronje is under it. He's got it. Well, they've got him at last, and Jones looks around over his shoulder there. There may have been a comment or two, but the fact of the matter is that he's played a little gem of an innings. 79 of 112 balls, and most of the crowd here giving him the standing ovation. Well, there it goes. He tried to whip that one away to mid-on. Down came the ball. Hansi Cronje said, on your way. So Dean Jones acknowledging the applause. 79 of 112 balls. So Steve Waugh's the new batsman now. Joins his brother Mark. Cronje continued to him. The boundaries pretty well. In fact, it's Richard Snell coming in now. What Steve Waugh does immediately is give the bowling back to his brother, which is very sensible. Same direction, better hit. Into the fence it goes. What good placement that was. A magnificent shot. And what's more, it brings up his 100. Well, he's had a bit of an up and down time, but just lately, this may rectify all that.
Very good hand. Drop once by Darryl Cullinan.
There's 4 overs to go now in this innings. 3 for 220, and have a look at that. 101 of 105 balls. Fantastic batting. In the commentary box now, Bill Laurie and Ian Chubb.
Donald from the members' end. It's got him. Steve Waugh trying to hit Donald square. Gets the stumps knocked over. It's an important wicket for South Africa to stop the flow of runs, being a new batsman to the crease. Intention was clear, but the ball was just full and too quick.
McDonald got the 2 successes early for South Africa. And that's comprehensively bowled. Steve Waugh trying to hit that one square of the wicket and really just being beaten for pace. It's 4 for 221.
Magnificent ovation for Captain Alan Border. He makes his way to the centre of the Sydney Cricket Ground. Full house, beautiful afternoon, and almost a standing ovation. And De Villiers to come back into the attack.
Tony De Villiers to bowl 2 from the Randwick end.
Good hold this one. There's a man down there. He's coming in. He should catch it. Yes, the end of a fine innings for Mark Waugh. 107. It's an important wicket for South Africa. Keep them under, say, 240. A standing ovation.